Morning all. I decided to go for a little bit of a walk today and do a video while I'm out killing two birds with one stone. I haven't been that well for the last 4 to 6 weeks. I haven't been making too many videos, but today thought I'd go for a bit of a walk to test out my lungs, and while I'm at it I thought I would make a little bit of a video. And today, rather than talking specifically about drums, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the state of the music industry and the loss of venues, the loss of quality music. And when I say quality music, it's like old school music played by real musicians, no samples and overdubs and all of this type of stuff, and quantizing recordings and all this artificial crap, I would call it. I'm talking about musicians that go and record, play live, play with lots of dynamics. That's one thing that's really missing a lot in modern music. You listen to the current songs on the radio and pop songs, they got absolutely no dynamics whatsoever. It's all quantized, auto-tuned. It's just so unnatural. I'm actually feeling a bit sad for the music industry. It's real musicians are almost like dinosaurs. We seem to be a dying breed. So many people I come across, young musicians, they're all into everything computerized. It's not, they're not spending the time to become good musicians and get in a room with a drummer and a bass player and a guitarist, and whatever else, pianos, brass, whatever you're into, and just playing music together. It seems to be really dying out. And also, because of the economy at the moment, things are, no one's got any money, so people aren't going out to watch live music. I suppose there's a select few of the baby boomer age bracket that have got a bit of money, and they were brought up listening to music. I'm a baby boomer, and like I used to work all week and I couldn't wait for Friday night to go out and see a live band. And I think a lot of the younger generation are not into that. So that's another reason too that real music seems to be diminishing in the world. But the economy has played a big part. COVID, when everything was locked down, music venues shut down. They couldn't afford to keep open, and a lot of the current music venues really, a lot of them are because they got no money, they're putting on solo artists or duos, and they're not putting on the bands like they used to. And it's really hard if you're a musician like me. Being a drummer, I can't go out and do a solo gig, so it's really tough for people like myself to earn a living playing music like we used to. I remember back in the 70s and 80s, it was very rare that I wasn't doing at least 5 gigs a week. There were venues everywhere, and it was really abundant times, I suppose, and we really didn't realize it at the time. But now looking back, it was the best time for music. And so it's times have changed on that level, and it's there's still quite a few bands out there, but very few venues. And you got to be really good at hustling gigs, or being a really good band to get gigs. And I would say too, a lot of the venues these days don't have the money to pay top money. So we're all on a almost minimal wage when we're out there playing gigs. So it's really tough. It's really tough out there in the world for musicians. And I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Lots of things go in cycles. So maybe people will get sick of listening to synthetic music, all sampled and digital and quantized and all that stuff that I really despise. You know, it's even got to the point, you know, some of the biggest artists in the world, I won't mention names, but there was one just recently that came to Australia, $200 or $300 a ticket, and she wasn't even singing live. She was basically dancing to a backing track and miming. And, you know, that's just wrong, you know, and that backing track too was also auto-tuned, you know. So, you know, like how, if you can't sing, if you can't pitch, what the hell are you doing on stage? You know, let people that actually have talent, not just looks, earn a living, you know, don't deprive people of that. You know, the record companies, all that plays a part in that too, you know. It's all about the dollars. They will, you know, they go into a recording studio, they record a couple of bars of synthetic music and just multiply that to make the song length, you know, and they're using really narrow formulas, you know, song chord progressions in songs are very similar. You listen to the top 10 pop songs and they all sound very similar and very similar formats. So, but anyway, that's the recording side of things, you know, and then young people are listening to that and think that's real music, you know. It's not, you know. It absolutely is not, you know. When you hear, you know, real drums, real bass, real instruments, all, and musicians playing together, and, you know, everything's, you know, moving time-wise, a little things are speeding up a little bit in certain areas like the chorus and slowing down a little bit in verses, and you know, and there's dynamics and people are interacting with each other. That's music. That is what music should be and should continue to be. I think people are just, you know, younger generations, I think, are really starting to lose that understanding of what real music actually is. You know, now that said, I'm not picking on the younger generation here. You know, they like what they like, and that's okay. But, and I have seen, you know, I go out there and actually I filled in with a jazz band not that long ago, and most of the band were really young jazz musicians, and that was really, you know, pleasing to see that. Yes, there is sections of the younger generation who are actually learning their instrument. They're putting the hours in, and they're learning their instrument and are out there performing, and that's so good to see, you know. And, you know, hopefully, you know, at some stage people are going to get sick of this new modern version of music and want to hear something real, something that's not false, and something that's not auto-tuned, something that's not, you know, lacking dynamics, and people will want that real, authentic musicians playing real music. And then hopefully too, more venues will start opening up for that style of music. So anyway, that's a little bit of what I thought I'd chat about today. You know, it's tough times for us musicians out there. So on that note, people, I think we'll leave this video today, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and we'll speak soon. Bye.